everybody, this is Rin here. And before we jump into today's video, I just wanted to apologize for the slight delay in uploading. I know I promised you guys a week ago you'd see another video soon, and you're only just now seeing this now. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But the good news is that Pyra and I have been considering the upload schedule we mentioned, and after discussing it with a few fans over on Twitch and Twitter, we've decided that we're going to try uploading every Sunday and every Wednesday. We're going to try to have more videos like this, like writing vlogs and skits, and if we can have enough of those to cover those days usually, maybe we can even have like some extra gameplay videos throughout the week. If not, gameplay videos can always cover those days. And of course, this is not counting any Twitch streams. You could jump over onto my Twitch and join in when I'm streaming. Yeah, we can have a lot of fun over there, so we can look forward to that. I don't want to say anything is set in stone just yet, but this is the idea that we feel is best, so we're just going to give it a try. And we can always alter it if we need to. So anyway, without further ado, let's just jump into today's video. Have you ever opened a video expecting a cute experience that fills your heart with the fluffiest of flutters, only for everything you thought you were ready for to be a mouthful of existential dread? Man, that was a line from the original script, and such a mouthful, such a hefty mouthful of an intro. I actually recorded this video before my hiatus. I think I mentioned this in my hiatus video, but I just didn't feel like the delivery was quite as good as it could have been. So yeah, doing this again. But anyway, yeah, if you've followed me on Twitter, you may have noticed I've asked around a few times whether or not we should do videos talking about specific genres. And although I don't feel like we know quite enough information to fill out a really good video talking about a specific genre itself, we ended up deciding to talk about one of our favorite niches. So, yeah, this is one Pyra's and my favorite niche, as I just said, and I'm saying it again, unnecessarily. Okay, so yeah, if you're a part of the anime community, or you read mangas or light novels, then chances are you know what niche this is, and, well, you're at least familiar with the idea, if not an actual specific example. So let's say you're walking through the bookstore, or you're browsing on, I don't know, some streaming site, Netflix or Hulu or something, and you come across this book or show, and it's like, oh yes, on the cover, very cute, pastel, maybe colors and characters, cute innocent children's characters. This looks like it could be a fun read, and you open the blurb, and just wow, it's about magical girls or children going on adventures or something, and you just expect the cutest, most fluffiest little adventure ever, so you open it, or maybe you even turn it on for your little sibling. I don't recommend doing this, only to find out that it's actually some super dark, possibly even gory, definitely not for kids, but is totally featuring kids show. Yeah, I'm not for sure. Does this trope have an actual name? I'm gonna go Pyra, Google it before we edit the video. Throw it in there. If there's an actual name for this trope, well, not trope, niche. If there's an actual name for this niche, then we should totally throw it in. But yeah, essentially it's the looks wholesome on the outside until you actually watch it, and then it's a dark, torture and trauma-filled adventure type of thing. Am I the only one who really loves stories like this? I mean, just besides Pyra, besides her, of course. There's something about it. There's something about just watching children go through trauma-induced suffering that just really gets your heart pumping and excitement going. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure why, but I absolutely love when this niche is done well. Yeah, there's just something so captivating about watching children develop PTSD. And anyway, I think the most popular example of this niche is the beloved magical series. Wow, those words just completely blended together. Try that again. It's the beloved magical girl series, Madoka Magica. Yeah, this is really well-known series, so if you're part of the anime community, or again, manga, light novels, you've most likely heard of this story. Okay, so it's about a middle schooler named Madoka Kaname who encounters a magical creature offering one wish in exchange for her to become a magic girl and fight witches. Seems innocent enough so far, right? That's like your typical magical girl plot. They meet like a cute character more often than not, and oh hey, here comes all these villains they have to fight. That seems normal and average. You wouldn't expect anything from this type of show. And I'm not about to give any spoilers, of course, but as she ponders what to wish for, she learns what being a magical girl really entails. So yeah, it's probably not my favorite example of this type of niche, per se, but it is a really good story, and it's really popular, which goes to show, well, I guess we shouldn't say its popularity is what goes to show that it's good, because there's a lot of bad shows that can be popular. A lot of people like it though because it's pretty good. So, you know, if you haven't seen it or read it, then I totally recommend it. You could be missing out on one of your favorite stories if you don't check it out. But I think the neatest thing about this anime is that this one in particular actually paves the road for future dark magical girl series. I don't know for sure if Madoka Magica was the first magical girl series to be all dark. I'm not gonna say that it is, because it's most likely not, but it was a really popular one that definitely influenced a lot of stories that came after, such as Magical Girl Raging Project. Dude, I totally just said Magical Girl Raging Project. Oh my god. Raising Project. Magical Girl Raising Project. Excuse the speech errors. But yeah, Magical Girl Raising Project. And then it was also Magical Special Ops Asuka is another one, as well as Magical Girl Sight. I personally haven't seen the one about Asuka or Magical Girl Sight, but I have seen Magical Girl Raising Project, and my personal opinion, not quite as good, but still an interesting series. And I really like the premise for it. The author had a really good premise there, so you know, it might be worth checking out if you're interested in that type of thing. But seriously though, can you imagine that your story, your series that you created, your own life and blood given form, can you just imagine it being so influential that it jumpstarts an entire genre? Dark magical girl stories are their own genre now. That's insane. The author must have been like so proud when they realized. Just, man, that would just be so cool. Anyway, while Magical, I'm gonna say Magical Raising Project again. I'm not using a script. You guys can probably tell. Okay, I'm like half using a script because I tried to record this video before hiatus. Did I mention this in this take already? I don't know. I've done several takes of this video already because I want it to be good enough. Want it to be good enough for you too. But this is exactly why I didn't want to upload the old one. But I did record this video before my hiatus, so I do have a bit of an old script. Anytime I don't know what to say, you know, turning to that. But anyway, as I was saying, while Madoka Magica is the big favorite for most of the community, the looks wholesome but is actually dark anime at the top of my and Pyra's list is... Cue drum roll? Wait. We don't have a drum roll sound effect. Never mind. Don't cue the drum roll. It is Gakugarashi, or School Live. So apparently the anime came out in 2015, and Pyra and I just hadn't checked it out until a few months ago, or whatever. We started watching it on her birthday, which was January 16th, just to give you an idea of how recent that was. Well, unless you're watching this in the future, then it's not really that recent. But, anyway, we do not regret watching School Live. It was a really good show. It's like, people don't really talk about it that much because it's not new. Then again, Madoka Magica is not new either. In fact, I think Madoka Magica is actually older than Gakko Garashi. But I don't know. I feel like Gakko Garashi is just so underrated. This one is about a small group of schoolgirls trying to live the most normal life they can in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. Okay, now I know you might be thinking, like, zombies. Haven't we had enough of those? Zombies can be a little overplayed sometimes. But trust me, School Live had so many twists and surprises, it kept the story fresh as the amazing adventure it was. You're not gonna get any spoilers out of me, but it was a really good show. Like, Pyra was surprised by how much she liked it. We'd seen it on Crunchyroll so many times when we go to look for shows, and we never checked it out until her birthday. It was just, if I could forget the series and rewatch it again, I totally would. We totally would. It was a nice show. And it still is on Crunchyroll, I think. So if you guys want to go watch it, well, that's as of right now. If you're watching this in the future, it might not be. But if you guys want to go check it out, go look there first. It's a really good show. Okay. I think in my original script, it didn't exactly mention any other really good examples. I've already mentioned 2 great ones, so I feel like you guys get the gist of like, hey, yeah, these are some really good examples. But I just want to throw in just a couple more. I probably won't talk about them as in-depth. But Made in Abyss. Have you guys seen that one? I mean, I think Amazon Prime has it, and then I think it's on High Dive and maybe Verve. I don't know for sure, but Made in Abyss is probably the best written, one of the best out of any of these examples. If you guys have not seen it, then freaking what are you doing with your life? Go watch it. Because the premise is gonna sound a little weird, but it's about this girl who she's fascinated with this giant abyss that her town is built around. Her mother left to go into the abyss when she was young and never returned. And she just has this fascination with it. She loves going down and collecting treasures and just seeing what she can find and just the idea of meeting her mother again. But the abyss is super dangerous, so she never can go that far into it. Seriously, the amount of dangerous that this author put into the abyss is insane. It's a really dark show, so if you can't, again, this is one of those examples. If you can't handle dark, don't watch it. And I especially mean that with Made in Abyss. Seriously, don't watch it if you can't handle super dark stuff. Because it's way worse on the dark scale than like Gakko Garashi or Madoka Magica. Like, Made in Abyss is up there. But anyway, she receives a letter that she believes is from her mom. So she, after meeting this robot from the abyss as well, she meets this robot character. After meeting him, she sets out on a journey into the abyss alongside the robot to possibly go find her mom. And it's this I'm about to say tedious. That's not at all what I meant to say. The story's not tedious. I was gonna say though, like, it's dangerous. It's a super adventurous, dangerous story, and it's really good. And it's just, I can't express my appreciation for this series enough. And we really need to catch the movie. They made a movie out of it too. The downside is that the movie actually continues season 1, so it's not like an optional movie. But yeah, we're gonna try to catch the movie. Maybe we could do a video on that too, because the movie's gonna be awesome, I can just tell. Okay. I probably ranted about examples of this long enough, and I know there's some other great examples that I could totally go into, but hey, let's just move on with the story. Yes, the story. This video, definitely great story. Yes, 10 out of 10. I mean, we're 14 minutes in, and I've really just ranted about great examples. Okay. We've covered why this niche is so awesome, though, right? You guys get it, don't you? If you don't, then you better go watch all of my videos all over again. All of them, and not just this one, even though this is the only one relevant to it. Okay, but there's just nothing like watching children slowly lose their innocence in life as they know it. Man, this script, top 10 scripts that have ever been written. Okay, But does Rune have anything negative to say about it? The answer to that would be yes. Of course I do. But the script says I do. Okay. But seriously, my gripe about this video is gonna be so long. For as much as I love the niche, though, my one gripe about it would be that it can be hard to find well-written examples. Oh yeah, that is a thing. Because I ranted how great and how well-written Made in Abyss is. Made in Abyss and Gakko Garashi are really great examples of what's well-written. But depending on some of the other series I mentioned, they may or may not be well-written. Okay, yeah. I feel a lot of authors and anime directors try to recreate the experience of the more popular stories, but the dark content comes off more like a cheap scare tactic. That is true. While I enjoyed Magical Girl Raising Project, it's one example that's a little guilty of this. There were so many sudden, surprise deaths that they weren't even surprising anymore. And that's bad. The shock factor should never become dull and expected, as that's literally the entire point. It's supposed to be shocking. Yeah, I agree with you, past me from the old script. Yes, making jokes at the old script. This is like comedy gold. But seriously, yes, I agree with that. Magical Girl Raising Project, it had a really great premise, but I do feel like the execution could have been done a little better. Some of the deaths were complete shock deaths, and well, I don't know. I know Pirate also only really got attached to one of the characters, who was also one of the first ones to go, and she was so disappointed. Yeah, it wasn't the best time. But then again, you could find poorly written examples of any niche genre, so it's not like it's something exclusive to this one. Yeah, I'll stay honest with you guys, you know. I mean, of course, this is all just my opinion. If you watch Magical Girl Raising Project, you might feel like it's the best written thing in the world, you know. But yes, it did have a lot of shock factor deaths that were just sudden and came out of nowhere. Not all of them were like that, but most of them were. So, if that's not your thing, then you may not appreciate Magical Girl Raising Project so much. But I still think it was a pretty good show. And, you know, if you like dark magical stuff, you may still really enjoy it. The premise is awesome, like I said. So, you know, yeah, just maybe consider giving it a try if this is your thing. But yeah, anyway, thankfully we do have some really amazing examples of this niche that we can watch, as I've spent 14 minutes talking about. So, yeah, this has been my appreciation post for the wholesome but dark niche in mostly anime. I don't know. I don't think this niche is super popular outside of anime. I think the only American example I can think of is Happy Tree Friends, and we have not watched that. We have no desire to watch that. I just know it's one of those things. Yeah, so this trope, as far as I know, is mostly prevalent in the Japanese industry. But yeah, so thank you guys all for watching. I know. This one was super long. And I never intended for it to be as long as it is. Almost 20 minutes of me just ranting about a niche. Man. But then again, it's been a while since I uploaded. So hey, I guess you guys are getting your money's worth. Even though you're not paying money to watch this. But you're getting your money's worth. Just accept it. Well, anyway, if you guys enjoyed this one as much as I have, then why not leave a like? And then definitely subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Also, be sure to hit that bell button and turn those notifications on. It's notifications and I pronounced it wrong, but turn them on nonetheless. And anyway, I just want to thank you guys again. If you watched this entire video, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys all in the next video, which should be coming soon, I promise. Bye-bye.